Hi Cancer, welcome back. Welcome back to my subscribers, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. My name is Jackie. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last 2 weeks of May. These are going to be general messages, so please take what resonates and throw out the rest. See if we can get those in the center. We have the fork in the road, crowning energy. Pretty cool. Just considering what Cancer's been going through, right? Hope you guys are doing well. You guys might be feeling a little tired for the rest of this month, which is always very, very normal leading up to your solar return. And also for those of you, well, I think actually early, middle, and late degree Cancers have already started to feel the eclipses that we're having this July eclipse season already, because you usually start feeling the eclipses around 6 weeks before. So I'm getting that a lot of you have been feeling the letting go of stuff in your life right now, or at least the letting go of how things were. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do, we have the Witch's Tarot for the first week, which starts on the 18th. But first, let's check out your crowning energy. Okay, and guys, we're going to be talking about the energy in general for the archetype of Cancer. So this can apply to you, or it can apply to your partner or someone close to you in your life. So take the energy as it sees fit, but don't try to make it fit. You know what I mean? All right, so we have this fork in the road energy. So this means it's a time for you to make a decision, Cancer. It's a time for you to consider the full set of consequences as you prepare to act on something, okay? Because you guys are in a space, I feel like, in more than one area of your life where you're needing to make decisions now. This is literally like the fork in the road energy. You know, should you choose right? Should you choose left? But two things to know about this energy. First is it's your choice and yours alone to make, okay? And second, no matter which path you choose, you're going to end up having a very deeply meaningful experience. So for those of you in relationships, this energy indicates that you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. And I know a lot of Cancers are going through this right now. So which are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to open up to the possibility of love? Or are you going to remain isolated? Are you going to choose to go deeper and commit to a mutual passion, or walk away? You know, this is a time to take responsibility for what you really want, followed by just you being really honest about what you're willing to do and invest in a relationship. And then you have to make the choice. So the positive thing about doing this, though, is if you move forward with the relationship, know that it's going to be based in truth and clarity and honesty, because you will have made a conscious decision rather than, you know, just simply hanging on out of fear, you know, maybe because you don't want to be alone, or, you know, all the other reasons why we end up staying in relationships. You know, maybe you want to end things because you're afraid of the intensity of a genuine connection. But regardless, this is a time where you are entering the path that you are meant to be on. And whatever choice you make in relationships, your lessons are continuing. But this is in a very good way. And this is really, really good. Because you're going to be answering honestly and from the heart. And I understand that indecision can be really frustrating, and it can create anxiety and confusion. And I do know a lot of you are in a weird place like that right now. But the thing is, Cancer, at this point, you can't remain in place anymore without losing your way altogether. You just can't do it. You know, avoid the tendency to let other people choose for you. Because really, what is that? That just amounts to like a subtle refusal to take responsibility. So never give your power away. You know, so it's like not making a choice. You're making a choice that you're ultimately accountable for. So, you know, don't worry about making a mistake, because Spirit is really awesome like that, giving you as many chances as you need, right, to finally get it right. But, you know, to be at a fork in the road, though, means acknowledging that there are decisions and choices So this means that you're actively participating in life, and you're actively engaging in creating situations for yourself that require you to make a choice. If you're not doing that for yourself, the change is not going to happen, and life is going to make the changes happen for you, and it's not going to feel good. And we've been talking about that now, I think, for the past couple of months, right, Cancer? So this is really, but I feel like you guys have just, as a collective, you guys have grown, so that's awesome. All right, so on Saturday the 18th, we have the Six of Cups energy, which is Sun and Scorpio card, which stands for loyalty and strong bonds with friends and family. Your Scorpio is a sign of very deep emotions in the past, okay? So a lot of you are going to be visiting memories from the past. Some of you are literally going to be visiting maybe where you were raised. But in this season of graduations and communions and weddings and all of that, I'm getting a lot of you are just going to be seeing people that you know that you don't often see, or that you haven't seen in forever. And they're going to be really positive connections. You're going to be, really loving it. Reunions, reconnecting, lots of reconnections, which I love. This is going to be like a sense of balance and harmony. For those of you that don't resonate with this at all, if you've been having a period of like a rough patch, this does indicate a period of peace and harmony. That something's going to be improving. That the direction of the ship is definitely starting to move in a better direction, and you're going to be feeling it. So this is good. And I do have to say, reunions, this is the season of reunions here, and this card, only supports that. So those of you who have a relationship that you're disconnected from, or, an old flame, is going to be coming back for many of you. And you're going to need to figure out if that relationship is worth going back to. And this is a general reading, and this is not specifically a relationship spread. So you're going to have to do what you feel is the right thing for you in that energy, okay? And then Sunday the 19th, we have the Six of Wands, which is Jupiter and Leo. So this card is linked to the number 6, which stands for harmony, which I love. And it's this idea of looking at the past, pulling the lessons from it, blending it into your present so that your future can be better. It's like that kind of thing, okay? Because think of this guy as coming back from war, and even though he saw a lot of ugly, he's making the decision to leave the ugly behind and extract the lessons to move forward so that he can continue to have other types of victories, right? So that's good, and this is especially a supportive energy for those of you who are going to be in the space of needing to make decisions, right? For many of you, news is going to be coming in regarding either a personal relationship or a work opportunity. I am getting that, okay? And again, this is Sunday, so I don't know how many of you are going to be hearing back about a work opportunity. So that may drip in to, to the week, or you may be thinking about this opportunity. Maybe you heard at the end of the previous week. Okay, and then Monday the 20th, we have the Ten of Wands, which is a Saturn and Sagittarius energy. And this is a feeling of burden. And, Sagittarius they need to feel free, right? And then Saturn comes in and eclipses that energy, okay? So put the two of those together, and that's what you're going to be feeling on that day. It's a minor arcana, so it's short-lived. But I'm getting this in a very specific way. So I'm getting that a lot of you, you're carrying a lot right now. You feel very overloaded. A lot of you, I get multitasking like maniacs, constantly responding to a wide range of demands. This could be at home or work, whatever you have going on in your life. Many of you are feeling very weighed down from issues from your past that you can't figure out how to put down, where it doesn't have anything to do with work or family responsibilities, but that. For those of you in love relationships, though, this energy can indicate that your relationship is being neglected because of your attention on work right now. And for others of you, this indicates you feeling a strong need to look for less demanding work because you feel too drained by your current job, but yet you don't have time to search for one, because of your current job. So it's like this catch-22 thing. Many of you, it could also be you're just working like crazy and you feel like you're ignoring your family. So it's this imbalance kind of situation. So we have a lot of balance and imbalance right now going on. But definitely a time of feeling overwhelmed and overloaded. And like there's a time thing to this I'm getting, okay? And then Tuesday, the 21st, we have this Five of Cups, which is a card of upset and loss. And it often, typically it shows sadness and confusion. It can be from a few things. It can be a breakup or disappointment or an argument with a close friend, or maybe even the need to temporarily move away, even if it's just mentally or and emotionally, from a family member who's hurt you. This card can also apply to leaving a job or a home before you feel fully ready to do so, kind of like you're forced into something. But this is the kind of disruption, though, that's necessary in order to shift the energy to bring about healing and change in a certain part of your life that needs it. So, the thing is, the 5 is the number of humanity, okay? So any sadness that you're feeling in this energy is universal, meaning we all feel like this at some point in our lives. This is not a long-lasting energy. This is just simply something you need to go through, So it's going to feel uncomfortable while you're in this headspace. But this is really just part of the human condition. And there are still 2 cups standing, which means that you have whatever you need to put this situation behind you and have a fresh start in this area that you're feeling this in. Okay? And then we have the King of Pentacles energy and on Wednesday here. And I like this because it indicates conflicts being resolved within yourself, first and foremost, and then also with other people in your life. And this is going to bring a feeling of security and loyalty. Those of you not dealing with relationships at all in your life, this energy is asking for you to really make the most of your assets. And this is not only financial, it means paying attention to your physical health, your mental health, your values. This is a great day to think about these things and how you handle them. Because if you need to make any changes in this area, the energy supports it. So this can simply be, you may be deciding to eat less carbs, or to start walking in the morning, or to you go and pick up a book, addressing if you've been feeling anxious about things or depressed or something, maybe dealing with your childhood. There are so many wonderful books out there on that. It could be something as little as that, but because the energy is so strong with this King of Pentacle energy, it's going to make a profound impact. So I do like that. That's good. And then Thursday, the 23rd, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. And the number 10 indicates completion and arriving at a destination, this like arriving at that next phase of something, okay? So I do have to say that on a mundane level, some of you may be receiving an inheritance, so I don't think many of you, okay, but that's going to speak to a group of you, or money in some way from another. Others of you are going to find that your relationship is becoming just so much more deeply committed. It's like the energy in this card is one of maturity. Okay, so apply that how you see fit in any area of your life, because it positively impacts every area of your life that's in need of maturing. So obviously for those of you who are really into fitness and eating well, you're already there, so that doesn't need maturing, right? But maybe those of you who need to, where you need to work on that, this could be a very positive impact for your physical health, your mental health, your finances, your relationships with everyone in your life, across the board. So good stuff. I do like that. And then on Friday the 24th, we have the Queen of Swords reverse. The Queen of Swords upright. So, this is just telling me you're going to have the words and the know-how of how to move forward. You're just going to have the answers right now. And I love this for you. There's going to be a connection between your thoughts and your actions. And you're going to be experiencing just great, great clarity, which is awesome. I love this to end the week. You're going to be having some on and off energy, but things are just going to come to you in a very clear way at the end of this week. So I do like that. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's pull these away, and we're going to pull some Rider-Waite for the week of the 25th through the 31st. Okay, let me just do, I did pre-shuffle these, but let me just do the Death and the Fool. Hello, hello. Okay. Something new is happening. Newness, there's newness. Absolutely. That's what I'm getting for you guys. Getting it though for a couple of months for you guys. Okay, Ace of Wands. So we finished that Friday with the Queen of Pentacles, and now we have the Ace of Wands. I mean, we have, did I say Queen of Pentacles? I meant the Queen of Swords. Okay, so here for Saturday the 25th, we have the Ace of Wands reverse. So this is fire. So some of you may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. So some of you may be experiencing in your relationship a lack of commitment, but primarily due to having like too many demands. Now, this is the energy, so this can absolutely go for you or your partner, but I'm getting that this does indicate just being really overloaded at work, and this creating stagnation and delay in things moving forward the way you guys want. So in general, this is the card of false starts. So whatever plans you guys had, maybe you might have to rethink them on this day. It doesn't mean that it's happening on this day, but it can occur to you on this day that you need to rethink how things are going to be moving forward. And this absolutely does not have to be a bad thing. And I'm not getting it as a bad thing because then we have the Four of Wands reverse here. But this may be a situation where you and your partner are realizing in order for things to work, changes need to be made in certain areas of your life. You know, so the stagnation I'm getting here can really just be a time thing of how you guys are going to adjust your schedule, or how they're going to adjust their schedule, as a way of opening up this stagnation. So this doesn't have to be a bad thing, but that could be really annoying. And that could be troublesome, right? Because that's how we end up feeling, you know, disconnected from our partners. So it's important, but I'm not getting that it's a like a relationship breaking kind of thing, okay? Yeah, and then we have the Four of Wands reversed on the Sunday, which is one of the few minor arcanas that retains its positive meaning even in the reverse. So this is still a really beautiful card. It just means minor irritations, which I'm not surprised at based on the energy that we're getting so far. So you're just going to have to deal with this energy. It's really a matter of, I'm getting, you not having all the time you need to focus on doing what you love. So for many of you, this can be the situation where, you know, like I mentioned before with the relationship with it's either you or your partner. If you're not in a relationship, this indicates you just don't have enough time to focus on doing the things that you really love to do, especially in the season of this beautiful weather that we're having now, in New York anyway. There are things you want to do. This can maybe be you not having enough time to do hobbies that you want, working out, or just hanging out with people you enjoy, or not having time to binge watch your Netflix shows, you know, whatever speaks to you. So whatever's going on here, there's some sort of disruption in plans, and you're just feeling a little bit lost inside your life for a minute. And I don't mean lost as in direction. I mean temporarily like invisible and not heard because of how busy you may be. So I'm getting many of you are going to be feeling like you're going to be wondering if you're in the right environment for yourself. So that could have to do with work, could have to do with home. So even for those of you not in relationships, maybe you're feeling like just you're not vibing with your home anymore, your apartment, you want to move. Some of you may be in a relationship where you're feeling like it is really not the right thing for you. You're just feeling poked. This could be your friend circle, it could be anything, but you feeling, and the reason I'm really talking about this is because this energy is almost never wrong. This is speaking from your deepest intuition. So if you're feeling like that right now, it's not in your head, and it's time to really rethink where you are and what you're doing. And if you're not feeling like it's the right thing for you and you're not able to leave, try to figure out what needs to be done in order to make you feel more comfortable in that space, Yeah. Okay, and then we have the King of Cups energy coming up next on the 27th, which is Monday. This is a Libra Scorpio association. So this energy is all about you following your heart, Cancer. Yeah, I need to settle conflict within yourself right now. You're feeling conflicted inside of yourself about something, which I'm not surprised, right? Because of these decisions you need to make, because you are making some. So if the conflict, I'm getting most of you have conflict within yourself that needs to be settled, but additionally, many of you may need to settle a conflict with others. But this is especially in work or family situations. It can be in personal relationships, but it's primarily in work or family. This energy suggests that you go with your intuition and heart while you feel this process working in you, and that you be very kind and empathetic to yourself while you're working through whatever it is that you're working through, okay? And those of you who are going to be dealing with other people, lots of empathy is needed in this energy, Lots of empathy and understanding for effective communication to happen. Because effective communication can only happen when two things are not present. One is the ego, and two are defenses, and the defenses are built through the ego. So the only way to remove those is through empathy and really listening. And I know that's really hard, but that's what's going to be necessary. Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like whatever's happening here, though, a really good result ends up happening on the other side of this. Yeah. I'm not getting any really negative energy regarding relationships at all. This is just the need to be in your feels and straighten out whatever's not straightened out. So yeah. And then on Tuesday the 28th, we have the Ace of Swords reverse, which does predict conflict and arguments, kind of like it's a battle of the wills. But more than anything, I'm feeling like, I don't feel like this is a long-lasting energy, not a big deal, but it's going to be something that ends up knocking your confidence a little bit. But I feel like it's more in your head than in reality. You guys are going to feel very kind of back on your heels and slowed down from this energy, not feeling really good about yourself. So just go into this Tuesday knowing that. Do whatever you have to do on this day, and spend the rest of your time alone or doing what you really enjoy that doesn't mess with your sense of self. Just get that many of you are going to be dealing with a very dominant personality, maybe in work or a family member or friend, but it's a passing energy, but it's going to hit you. It's definitely going to hit you, okay? And then on Wednesday the 29th, we have the Eight of Swords reverse, which typically indicates feeling trapped due to one bad experience after another, and you wondering if things are ever going to fully improve for you. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of you are just feeling really anxious regarding a relationship right now. Yeah. And if you're not dealing with a relationship, for many of you, I'm getting that this has to do with finances, where you feel like you just don't have enough money left over after you pay your bills. This commonly refers to problems in career where someone's just putting unreasonable demands on you, or you're working under a management which you see as just incredibly disorganized, and it's just not comfortable to be there, right? Many of us have been in that situation, right? That can really impact us in the biggest way. So this energy does indicate you feeling very angry and regretful about something, and you handling the expression of these feelings in a very negative way, lashing out at those closest to you. But keep two things in mind here. First of all, this is a minor arcana, which means it's a short phase. It's not going to last. And second, the number 8 means change and renewal and stability. So whatever you're going through right now is completely necessary to help push you into a healthier place. So some of you, I feel like you're ironing out like wrinkles in a relationship. Some of you, I feel like you're ironing out wrinkles in a career and in a job. Some of you are doing this in family relationships or in friendships, but I have this very distinct feeling of there being like wrinkles that need to be straightened out in this 2-week period for sure. And then on Thursday the 30th, we have the Nine of Wands here, which is the moon in Sagittarius, which shows great resilience, strength of character. I love this because this is your sensitive mind mixed with your perception and your willingness to move forward. Beautiful energy for a Cancer to be in. But this is the thing too with this one here is that, yeah, this is going to be poking at you to explore a truth within yourself that is very, very deep. It's like a box deep inside of you that needs to finally be open, like a Pandora's box, and you need to sit down and go through it and figure out what the contents of the box. First of all, what's in it, and what do the contents mean to you? Are there memories in there that no longer serve you? Are there beautiful and positive aspects of you hidden in there that you've tucked away because you were in a bad experience and you felt the need to put the beautiful parts of yourself away just so that you could exist in a certain relationship? You know? But this shows you being in a very strong position, ready to look at this stuff, and a recognition that this energy recognizes you've been working really hard on yourself. Absolutely. Some of you might find yourself in a space of having to defend yourself in one part of your life or another. You know, for some of you, this could be feeling the need to defend your relationship, or feeling the need to defend your career choices or your friendship circle, but it's all temporary. And at the other side of this is so much wisdom gained through this experience. So I really like this. And then finally, on Friday the 31st, we have the Queen of Wands energy, which indicates being able to really show others what you can do now. This is fired up intuition and expressing yourself. Yeah, a lot of you are going to be presented with new opportunities coming your way, and you're going to have the strength you need to take them in. So I like that. And your relationships are going to feel energized in all areas. And this is Cancer. This is about you stepping into your power. And the thing is this, when we step into our power, it's like attracts like. You're going to be attracting good to yourself because you're doing good. You know, good creates more good kind of thing. This is you being very self-aware and in touch with your intuition. And because of that, you're making better choices right now, which is perfect way to end it, considering the oracle, that fork in the road. You're making good decisions. So yeah, Cancer, I like this reading for you, for sure. It's not going to be like, you know, easy peasy, smooth sailing, but none of this is like major, but the result of it is, if that makes sense. So I really like this. Cancer, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to be doing a single spread next week. So I'll see you guys then, if that speaks to you. If it doesn't, I will see you guys for the beginning of June reads. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.